Good evening and welcome to Edessa the Dark Crusade. Tonight we start our scene just at the edge of Justinopolis Mount, the quarter that is. Well, there's quite a few churches here, and all the different faiths seem to have some sort of presence here. Um, Madeline is standing with two men close by her. Um, they do seem to be off in the distance, but for the keen observer, it would have been it would have been probably apparent that these two seems to be holding an eye on her. They are keeping their distance at this time, but she is standing there alone. She's at the current moment. She's speaking to a couple of beggars sitting, and she's giving them a few coins and is speaking with them at the moment.
From the distance, you see the handsome man you saw, the Regis Henrietta, slowly walking. He looks at the beggars, looks at Madeline, and waits for her to finish with talking with the beggars as he activates Auspex 2 for, weird auras around. Did you set the scene up?
One moment. I will. Nice roller 2.
I am personally checking for ghoul auras.
That is the wrong dice roll. Sorry.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's quite all right. It's just me. But that is two successes. You deduce that, like, they're standing off to the side, but there are definitely two ghouls in the area. Like, they're not, like, they're a good distance away, but you would guess that it's probably her ghouls.
Okay. He is meeting there. They're keeping an eye on her. It's probably her ghouls. He will look at those ghouls. What do they look like while Madeline is still, talking with the beggars?
At the moment, they're just, like, they trade a few words. They look like, if you didn't know better, you would say that they look like monks. It's rare that you see people who are, like, have their heads shaven, like, don't have any hair on their heads. But these two seem to have shaven their heads. They're wearing, like, monk robes, but they're not showing any insignias or any, like, holy order symbol.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not affiliated, but they're like they actually look. They probably also look a little bit more rough than normal monks, but then again, you have seen sometimes some people in the name of the Lord, sort of say, go out and be a little bit rough, and that is sometimes something that happens. So
we just likes it rough, so yeah, he understands.
But Madeline finishes up, and you can actually also notice with two successes, you can probably tell like the main color in Madeline, and that's sincerity, or no, that's not a feeling necessarily, but the main color is interest, or like interest. Like she's clearly interested in this somehow.
You see, Regis has a rose in his hand.
She comes over and just says, "Good evening, Regis. Is that for me?"
It is the it is for the most beautiful woman in Odessa. Yes, it is true. It is for you. As he gives the rose slowly.
Mm. It has been some time since I've been flattered like this.
He smiles, and then he takes his hands towards the his pockets as he takes out a gift and gives it to Madeline.
Oh, I must say, you do not cease to impress me.
He smiles but doesn't answer. Doesn't say anything.
Um, she will have a look at it. What is it, like a box or?
It is a box.
She will just say, "Hmm, what do I owe this honor, other than being rapturous and perhaps stealing your thoughts from time to time?"
I believe that we might know each other better by seeing each other in a good view as he shows the city from the mount, the mountain,
Hmm.
the small mountain, and enjoy each other's company. As I will be the person who will be the lucky, as I will see this beautiful city near you, and then when I look at the view, I will see you in front of me.
Hmm. Very well. And she will just open the box and look inside.
It is a necklace with a black stone. It's a master craftsmanship.
She actually stands there for a moment and looks. For a couple of seconds, she looks a little taken aback. Just looks at you.
Hmm.
And she just for a moment she just stares at this thing. Um, um, just stares at it for a moment, and then she just her a wide smile forms. She just
There's nothing magical about that. It's just a really good,
okay, okay. No, no,
well crafted thing.
she does, but you notice that she stares for whatever reason, but she does stare at it for a while. But then she just picks it up and just she puts it on and just says,
He before she puts it, he actually says, "Mind if I?"
"Oh, my, please."
The Regis will go behind her. He will slowly touch her hair and take it to one side. His hands are not cold, as Madeline is also not cold. He puts the necklace from one side, the other hand really delicately takes it from the other. And then he notches it to each other and then comes in front of her.
I thank you very much. Well, I must think of a gift for you, else I would feel it unfair.
If you want to give me a gift, Sister Madeline, actually, he says Madeline, not Sister Madeline, you can always just be around me.
Mm. She smiles, and she kind of grabs your hand as though you're about to begin to walk together.
Hmm.
She just say, oh, "I do enjoy these new surprises, these pleasant surprises of you and others who have come to this city lately. You have made this city so much more enjoyable." Mm.
He smiles at that because it's a really nice thing to say that your actions are acknowledged by someone, even if it's just a play or even not a play. He starts walking as he says, "Would it be rude for me to ask to you, Madeline, that the are you someone from Medessa as its core, or you come from somewhere else?"
Well, most years of my existence have been spent, well, this place is the place I have stayed the longest in my existence, I think, from what I can remember. But no, I am Franken in origin.
He
I
nods.
I come from, well, the northwest of here.
He nods. Could you guess where I come from?
It could be many places. I would say that it would be, yeah, no, I would not be sure of where you come from.
He smiles. I will give you this that I actually have origins close to Frankish as well.
Well, then I'm in even better company.
Now, I have come to this city. I met with the prince. I met with the seneschal. I met with the sheriff. Most of the Primogens. Have you heard about the new Nosferatu Primogen?
Yes, I have heard a little, but I have not yet met him.
He called Irene that he is nothing but caitiff. It was really rude to hear a La Sombra being called caitiff in Elysium.
If that is indeed true, then, well, I hope the Primogen has a good reason for saying so. We can all get carried away sometimes. And given what has happened to Irene, that she has, although it is perhaps somewhat deviate a bit crass way to say it, she was abandoned by her sire, but less than a day later she was adopted by a new sire. So I suppose in some way you can say that she was caitiff for a very, very short time, if only in name. She is still of the La Sombra blood.
Do you think blood makes a person strong or their personality?
Well, it does count for something, but I have seen very potent blood be wasted on people that were not worthy. So, in my honest opinion, I would say that the mind that wields the powers of the blood is a lot more telling of the character of a person.
He nods. It is gonna be hard for Irene with those individuals who are gonna make her life living hell. But I'm sure I have every confidence in Clan Lasombra to stand together. He smiles, then completes his words with, to support Irene.
But she has quite a few quite good teachers, if I may say so myself. And she smiles.
He nods. The It is a weird combination. Lasombra, Bruja, and Cappadocians create a triumvirate to rule the jewel of Anatolia.
That is true. But then again, desperate the times and, well, desperation or the times of war can have quite a few strange things occur.
I agree. I completely agree. I think I think the individuals are missing the point of the piece. Many, many does.
That would not be the first time.
He smiles. You told me that I should be aware of certain individuals in the city.
Well, there are those who are more, what shall we say, known entities within this city. And then there are some who are known to have certain tendencies, and some who are known to be not just, well, ambitious, but perhaps overly ambitious.
You used the name Gerard, I think.
Indeed, I did.
Is this, he kind of smiles with a playful smile. Is this a Lasombra went through a love triangle that I am poking my nose into?
Well, love triangle? No, no. There is quite a bit of history between me and Gerard and my clan. Not all that I would divulge. Well, certain parts of it is not my place to divulge, but he has shown certain hostility towards my clan.
It is a brave action when La Sombra has a seneschal in the city, and its old prince was a La Sombra.
He is very many things, but what he is most is brave and ruthless. When he wants something, or if he sees a goal he wants, he will move heaven and earth for what he can move in order to get it. I was seneschal when he was keeper of Elysium many years ago. He is impressive in many ways, and I do respect him. But it does not mean that I am also not able to see when he poses in danger, which is now. And, well, understand that I do not harbor any ill will towards their clan. This is about Gerard specifically. It is him I fear.
You fear.
Oh, yes.
He smiles and he says, "You're alone here, except your guards who are looking after you.
Mhm.
You don't need to fear." He kind of smiles.
Well, while I enjoy your broad shoulders protecting me, when one feels the most safe and thinks oneself safe, it is that moment that one is truly uncared for, truly in danger.
He gives you a slow nod. What threat Gerard poses now then?
He seeks to. You have heard, I do believe it is public knowledge, that he has asked permission from the prince to, and have been granted said permission, to make a building, a construction outside, just outside the city walls. Have you heard of this?
I'm just hearing it from you now, actually.
Well, I have quite feasible and good sources that tell me that he is trying to construct some sort of temple or some sort of communal place for the all of the faiths of Itessa to meet. If this is indeed true,
It is bad for business. He kind of smiles when he says that.
not just for my clan, but for many. If he isn't successful, of course.
You are a sister. It is obvious that you have interest in those areas.
She smiles to him. This sister is a reminder to myself of what I once was. I have no affiliation officially or unofficially with the church anymore.
I am happy to hear that. As he smile with a slight smirk.
I was raised in a cloister, mostly. But it was a long time ago, several lifetimes ago, in fact. And let us just say that this existence has shed light on very many things, and also what crime it is to imprison people in such a place in the name of the Lord to protect them. While you are protecting them, she says that with some force that she's almost spitting out the word.
Hmm.
You would deny them life. You would deny them all of this, all of these experiences. I will not bore you with the details, but let us just say that me and the church have had a very, very bumpy relationship.
Lord is a strange one.
Oh, yes, indeed. Whatever form or shape he might or she might be in. Yes, very strange indeed.
The who are other clients who's not interested in seeing Gerard being successful?
Well, I would have to check around if this is indeed something you wish to know, of course. But, well, ask yourself. An ambitious and ruthless venture makes a push. Who would naturally have a word or two to say about that?
Well,
I could name quite a few at the top of my head.
he smiles. The city has a different conflict inside of it.
Hmm, that is true, which will also have a certain impact on what is going to happen next, since no one wants to meet final death for throwing the first rock or stone or a mean glance at the other. Since
The
anyone since anyone starting the conflicts of the war, the conflict that picks up the entire Holy Land, it seems, is well, not he will be in violation of the prince's decree. He wants to hold his peace. Very dearly holds the peace in his city.
if I was a prince of any city, I would want to hold my peace as well.
I am not saying that he is wrong, and I agree with you. I would do the same.
But peace can be held in many ways.
Indeed it can. The problem with war creates many opportunities, but so many vessels suddenly slip through one's fingers. So many lessons are not learned, and so many worthwhile projects that has been worked on so long suddenly evaporate in one's hands.
It is very disturbing for a Ventrue to work really openly.
Hmm. Hmm.
Only a fool will give you an advance when you make a move, Madeline. So Gerard is either a fool or he's fooling everybody.
Quite so. Which is why I am also looking into the fact of looking deeper into his connections. I am interested as to why it would come to everyone's attention.
You have deep connections and deep roots in this city.
All of this attention that this place has gotten, this construction he wants, would take away attention from other things that could make him more free to do other things. A worthwhile observation, Regis.
You
She
didn't
smiles
answer.
to him.
You didn't answer my question, though. The For what I can see, you don't want Gerard in your nose, as he is ruthless in your eyes, and he is someone who doesn't stop getting what he wants. So you think, as far as I can see, he will be a constant pain to deal with.
Oh, I know he will.
You have many allies in this city.
Quite
I
a few.
saw people treat you with respect. There are good rumors about you.
Well, I hope so. You cannot always truly control what is said about us, but sometimes we are lucky and our truest actions speaks for us. I would say that this is, of course, what has happened regarding me, but
You take a deep breath. It is troubling to see a beautiful woman like yourself troubled.
well, I am not perhaps a bit troubled. It is, well, a part of our existence, would you not say?
It
We
is.
always we always have troubles, things we must attend to.
There are always allies and enemies, and sometimes allies turns into enemies. Sometimes things change, alliances shift, and things may not always what they seem. As he makes a pressure when he says the word shift, which was the word come after alliances.
Indeed, they do. I did not know better. I would say that you were perhaps trying to make a point. Why?
The I don't know what is the actions that you want to take. I don't know the capabilities that you have. All I know is we get along well. He kind of smiles at that.
And I really do appreciate your company. I do not see any reason for this to change.
But I wonder, how would a strategic offense towards the Ventrue would be seen by the Ventrue?
Well, they are resilient. It well, would certainly have to deal with it somehow. The question is, will they see it or not?
It is the knife that comes from nowhere that hurts the most, that does the damage that nobody expects, which hurts a lot, as I have said.
Hmm, indeed. She smiles very warmly at you. She should just say, an interesting conversation topic. And she will just for a moment she'll just enjoy the moment, and she'll just so I assume with this wonderful necklace, this beautiful flower, with your kind words, that you are not do not live with someone.
What does she say, Osi?
Oh, she asked, like, she said, with the gifts and with your flowery words, she assumes that you're not seeing anyone, or like
Ah,
in that sense.
hmm he says, I have many friends, but none of them can be your shadow. As he smiles the word shadow with the shadow.
I would hope not.
Do you see someone?
Hmm. From time to time.
He nods.
But why would that be a problem?
It is not.
Good. Good to hear. Perhaps you will join us.
Of course. Maybe you and me can visit Orsiri one night.
Oh, I would very much love that. She is a fascinating woman, quite
She is.
sensual.
He smiles and he says, Madeline, what kind of friendship you're interested?
Whatever I meet.
What kind of friendship you need?
Oh, no, she didn't say need. She said meet, as in whatever comes her way, she's looking for. Essentially,
Ah,
like, just she goes with it, essentially.
okay. No, you misunderstand me. I'm not talking about the friendship when we will find each other under warm sheets. I'm talking about the friendship that might possibly be created in a way where we see each other as more than under the blankets
Hmm.
and work together in achieving things that we want.
Hmm. I hope for both. I hope for both because I wish this war to be over.
What did she say? I wish what?
I wish for the war to be over.
Ah,
I do not see how dragging this on will be any benefit for any of us. It simply makes it harder and harder to keep the silence of the blood. And I would welcome your friendship, since I see that as a good step. The more friends I have with your clan, which I must admit I do admire. I like Johanna and yourself. You
he
appreciate some of the same things, and a closer relationship between our two clans, I believe, would bring this conflict closer to at least be settled within the city.
he will roll perception empathy for liking Alana. Um, I will have one, two, three, four, five successes.
Wow. Okay. There is definitely like there's a bit of a playful smile and a hint in the eyes when she says like that she enjoys Joanna.
Hmm.
Like there's definitely like she definitely enjoys it, but there's also like it's not necessarily all friendship, but it's also like a little teasing perhaps. But
Oh, okay.
uh, it's yeah, that's that's pretty much what you get when she says that. Perhaps there's a bit more than teasing as well, but
Hmm. What do you want to achieve after the war ends?
to strengthen my clan and to attain as much wisdom as I can.
He knows.
Well, other than that, find more people who are willing to listen to a message I might have for some people.
Your path?
Yes, my road.
What do you follow?
She smiles. A different path from most.
So do I.
Oh? Hmm.
What do you think I follow? I like guessing games.
Well, you do not seem to revel in it, so the road of sin would not be one I would guess at.
He laughs, doesn't say yes or no. The I think we both know when someone admits their path, they usually give away weakness. So I'm pretty sure we both will never acknowledge, even if we agree on what paths we are on. We'll never say I follow this path.
Indeed not.
I do not wish to lie to you more than I want, more than I should. He kind of smiles.
We can all appreciate some privacy every once in a while. But if you truly wish to know, there are those who would have some fairly educated guesses. But
He will smile. Well then, would you like to go somewhere private?
Hmm. Did you have a place in mind?
I do. There is this beautiful tavern that
Please,
I
lead
know.
the way.
Pardon?
Please, lead the way.
He leads the way. Would you like to end the scene there?
Yeah, we can. We will say that the two will go out to even more of a night on the town. Um, and as the two will leave there, we will call the scene to a close. Thank you very much, players, for playing, and watchers for watching. Good night.